Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today I want to talk about some fantastic sites to build tiny houses. And I got to tell you, in Australia we've got a bit of a housing disaster. There's a massive shortage of affordable housing. And what I'd like to show you is this is how I'd prepare a tiny house site for tiny houses. Look at this. Look at this. This is one of the local parks I frequent. Look at this. You have little bit of land between two gardens, and you could put a tiny house on this beautiful plot of land. And you'd then have some beautiful walkways. Look at this. Some walkways. And these walkways would link little tiny houses. You'd have a garden between each tiny house, and then you have a beautiful plot of land. What do you think of that? This is housing 101. Look at this. Beautiful slot of land. You put a tiny house here. You've got a garden between your neighbors. This would be absolutely beautiful. Look at this. This is amazing type development. And unfortunately, you can't just convert all your parks into tiny house developments for the underprivileged. But look at this. Wouldn't this be so cool? Look at these blocks. Beautiful little blocks. You put a tiny house on and you have a garden between them. This is exactly how you could solve the housing problem. These tiny houses. And then you could even have some barbecues and facilities. Look at this. You could have some facilities, communal areas here. You could do so much with this sort of stuff. Tiny house. Look at these tiny house little blocks. You could just wheel them in, and between each other you'd have this beautiful little garden between them. And think about it, guys. Is this solving the housing crisis? Tiny houses. Go tiny. Have these little houses. And obviously you can't really convert all your parks to tiny house developments. But have a think about it. Say you developed some land here. Tiny house. Look at this. Beautiful little plots. And you could just wheel in tiny house, then you'd have a garden, then you'd have another tiny house. Wouldn't that be so cool? That's what I think. This would be amazing tiny house development. And it'd just be so cool. You have a pathway at the front and a pathway at the back. Man, this would be really cool. I'd love to live here myself. I'd love to have a little plot, tiny house in a like a little community. Wouldn't you have this? I reckon this would be so cool. Look at this. You'd have a path with tiny houses. Look at this. You got these beautiful slots here. You'd wheel your tiny house in, and you'd have a garden between you and your neighbors. How amazing would that be? I think that's what would be one way to solve this housing shortage. These little plots, you could wheel in a tiny house, and hey. Now the thing is, you'd need some rules. You can't bring shit or garbage. You can't have old cars here. You'd have to have some rules because you want to keep this nice and cozy. We want to keep it cozy. We don't want to turn this into a slum. We want to turn it into a tiny house project. And I think these little blocks of land would be absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So there you go, guys. That's my thinking on the subject. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you guys think of that.
Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury.
Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US, look down in the description. $50 US, I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small, specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon, look down below, and I will see you in the next one.